We need hotels.
What, Jerry came by
I said that. We need to go.
You know what? For me, whatever. Yeah. And am I in
Yeah, a little straighter than that, I guess. Too much bro. Keep it the draw, Denise.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, curlers of all ages, welcome to the Weston Golf Country Club in the 2016 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. I'm Hugh Murphy, and I'm here with Ray Hussein. Good evening, Hugh. How you doing, Ray?
Yeah,
pretty good. And yourself? Good. Ready to have a bit of fun?
You're comfortable throwing.
Absolutely. So we've got sheet
like
one
that, for sure.
at Weston. We've got Ontario versus Nunavut. And you know what I've got that's even more special than that?
Yeah.
Maybe not more special than that. I've got George Carey's. I'm handing this whole thing over to George Carey's. George, how would you like to be our guest commentator for the whole evening? Actually, for the whole week.
Not for the whole week, and you got me for 4 innings. 4 ends of this battle between Nunavut and Ontario here at the 2016 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship at Weston Golf Country Club. Yes, I'm George Carey. I'm here with Ray Hussein. Hi, Ray. Good evening. And practice rocks are ongoing right now between Nunavut and Ontario. Ontario, of course, the host team at this year's mixed. And we're talking about an Ottawa squad, so we Torontonians have to cheer for an Ottawa team, right?
That could be a little controversial.
It's Mike McLean out of the Ottawa Curling Club, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's his first crack at mix at the national level.
I believe so, too.
This field is dotted with champions all across the board. You've got lots of provincial champions in other gendered events like men's and women's, leading to the Briar and the Scotties. You've got mixed champions as well. And of course we had past Canadian champion in the mixed, John Epping, who won the whole title in 2006, who helped Richard Hart sweep the ceremonial first stone here at Weston.
Doing a good job of sweeping.
Yeah, we can watch it back.
That's what I'm saying. We should watch the practice.
I'll check Jerry's stand. I'm sure it's absolutely stellar.
We're just checking our technology here, folks. I'm running low on my rum and coke. We've got our teams here. Who's competing in the mix this year, folks? Well, Alberta is skipped by Mick Lismore. He's out of the Saville Centre in Edmonton, and he's got a Torontonian, Sarah Wilkes, playing third for him. She moved out west about 3-4 years ago. Scarborough gal originally, and plays this year in women's with Shannon Clybrink. Out of British Columbia, we've got a guy who's played in many Briars and mixed championships, Dean Jonice. The Art of Curling, if you follow him online. Very accomplished artist, painter in fact. I believe he's done some sculpture too, actually. Manitoba is Bob Sigurdsson out of Winnipeg. Got a guy named Al Purdy playing second. That's the older brother of Karen Purdy. Longtime curling fans will remember that name. She used to play with Chris Moore at a Scotties, and she was going to play with Connie Laliberti at the Scotties, but she broke her ankle after the provincial championship, slipped in the parking lot. Oh, if you can believe that, and did not make it to the Scotties. Her place was taken by a young gal at the time named Kathy Overton Clapham.
Say it
and
in
the rest
so.
is history. New Brunswick, there's a popular name, Charlie Sullivan. Numerous Briars in the past. Newfoundland and Labrador, that's Chris Ford. Of course, Ontario, as we discussed, Mike McLean. Nunavut, battling Ontario tonight on sheet A, skipped by Ed McDonald. Nova Scotia is Doug McKenzie. He's got Jocelyn Nix at third out of Halifax. Northwest Territories, Steve Moss. Man, he's played out of the Territories for a long time.
Probably before I was born.
Briars and mixed, constantly. Northern Ontario, an interesting team. Looks like a pretty young team. Colin Koivula, one of the classic expat Finnish people up in Thunder Bay. There are so many of them. God love them. They're out of the Port Arthur Curling and Athletic Club. In Old Port Arthur, I don't know if you know anything about politics of Northern Ontario, buddy, but Thunder Bay used to be 2 different towns.
Really?
Port Arthur, and it was Fort William.
Wow.
That's right, and now what's left are 2 curling clubs with those same battling names, the Fort William, the Fort, and Port Arthur Curling Club.
Thanks, George, for the history lesson.
I'm trying my best. Prince Edward Island, Eddie McKenzie. Quebec, Maxime Amelie. Now, Max and his second, Jean Gagnon, they were on a team that beat Richard Hart and Glenn Howard in the 2006 Briar Final. I don't know if you remember seeing that on television, or maybe you were there, Ray, but those Quebec guys had one of the best post-game celebrations
It was
I've
great.
ever seen.
One of the best.
It was. Saskatchewan Bruce Cordy. There's a blast from the past. Big-time World Curling Tour competitor for a long time. Haven't really heard much of him the last couple of years. And Yukon, I'm going to test you, Ray. How do we know the name Bob Smallwood out of the
Relegation game of 2015 Briar.
That's right. Bob Smallwood made it to the Briar and had to tolerate the classic, according to Curling Canada, play-in competition. Please don't call it relegation competition. But here he is in the mix. This is actually going to be his third or fourth time in a row playing in the mix. Well, the officials are close to declaring the end of regular practice time. I believe we're going to have the throw of the button where they will track their draw shot. Which will be used as, hopefully not, but possibly a tiebreaker.
Yep, got to make those draw shots count.
That's right.
I get positive comments, boys. You guys are good at this. Do we have fun?
That's Hugh Murphy asking if we're having fun and telling us we're getting positive comments from people across Canada. Look at you guys. Thank you for your generosity. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Now, we are going to be on the air. Everyone pay attention now. We are going to try and be on the air every single draw through the week. Now, the only day that there isn't a 10 a.m. draw is tomorrow on Monday. Otherwise, for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it goes 10 a.m., 2:30, I believe.
2:30, yep.
And then what,
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yep.
That's 3 draws a day. And we've got some talent from the Toronto curling world who are going to be here interchanging behind the mics and bringing you all the action.
Around.
So mark it. Curlingzone.com.
Same as mine.
3 games a day, 2 tomorrow, of course, starting at 2:30. And here's another bit of info for you. When we get to the finale, I presume Curling Zone will continue with these broadcasts right through, playoff semifinals.
It can only get
comes
better.
to the final, everyone's going to be able to either watch it in Ontario and New Brunswick, oddly, on Rogers Television. But Rogers TV Sports now has a YouTube site.
Yep.
So the final will be streamed live around the world off the Rogers Television YouTube site. That is on Sunday?
It's this Sunday, yes.
It's Sunday. 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
That's right. So lots of mixed action is forthcoming. We do apologize for not promoting it too much in advance, but hey, folks, we had to make sure we could plug it in correctly.
They finished the draw to the button yet?
You know how it works.
Just finished.
Working on it?
Hugh, they're kind of milling around to do the draw to the button.
Oh, I see.
There's a bunch of milling.
Well, milling can be good.
Yep.
Product of milling is bread. Fresh bread. Flour.
Come on, McDonald's. Win.
Yeah, so once again, the ceremonial first stone was thrown by Richard Hart. He is the president of the Toronto Curling Association.
Just a few feet at a
Even
time.
though just about everybody listening to this broadcast
By the eighth end, eh?
that he is the second now, not the third, for Team Glenn Howard. Obviously, multiple Briar finals, Briar champion, world champion, Olympic silver medalist. But he's giving back to the sport now, folks. He is, in fact, not just on the board, but he's the president of the Toronto Curling Association. And, of course, you're talking to 2 people who serve his needs, who are his slave boys.
Slaves to
Of the
Mr.
Toronto
Hart.
Curling Association.
Yep.
I myself handle the marketing portfolio,
Pregnant.
and Ray Hussein, elected this year, and welcome aboard, Ray.
Thank you.
Is looking after all the TCA reps from the Toronto Curling Association's 25 member clubs.
So if the TCA reps are listening right now, get in contact with me. Make sure that your contact info is up to date.
Now, Ray, you have served as president of the Chinguacousy Curling Club,
I have.
GTA in Brampton. In fact, that makes you past president.
That makes me past president this year.
Are you at all intimidated on taking on this particular role of dealing with the reps from no less than 25 GTA curling centers? I mean, they do spread from all the way up in the north to Newmarket.
They do.
Obviously to the south to the lakeshore, and then east as far as Oshawa and Whitby.
have to go inside for
west as obviously the 2 Brampton locations.
Absolutely.
Chinguacousy and Oakville.
Oakville,
That's a
yeah.
pretty vast swath.
I think it's a great opportunity. Great to be involved in curling, and it's a great sport. The people are great, so I think it's going to be a great challenge for me. So looking forward to it.
And of course, we don't have any cameras trained on Ray, everyone. If you Google him, you'll see that he is a young buck. And I think it's fantastic, speaking personally, that we have young people not only stepping up at their club level, serving on boards, becoming presidents, to get on the radar of the regional curling associations like the TCA, but then to take that next step and say yes when they're asked to answer the call.
It's all part of the fun. Giving back to curling is great. Curling's been so much to me, so it's great to give it back.
We also had special Olympians taking part in the opening ceremonies. They are, in fact, the sign and flag carriers for the various teams here. And quite interesting is here at Weston, Special Olympics curling is quite active, and they, in fact, are using the 2016 Spirit of Curling calendar as a fundraiser for that Special Olympics team to take them off to the Ontario Special Olympics games.
Yeah. Great initiative.
And I see now that the milling involves two teams, not just Nunavut, but Ontario has come out to the ice. And I think we are going to get things going very soon, folks.
I don't know.
This is a me.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Now, ironically, the very first mix was hosted in, not the very first mix, but the last time it was hosted in Toronto. It was at one of our GTA clubs. Technically, just so close to the northern border of Toronto, just into Thornhill. Do you want to guess what club that was at, Ray?
Ooh.
Say Bayview.
Bayview.
There you go.
Ah. And you were there for that, right?
I actually was not. I was curling at that point, but it was 1985 was the year, and Steve Skillings of Victoria, BC was the champion.
Ah, very good.
And if I was to comment on the national footprint of Bayview curling, in terms of national exposure, I would say it's got to be the Julie Hastings team.
Julie Hastings.
Which, won the Ontario Championship last year after so many years of trying.
Yep.
Same 4 competitors going back to Bantam.
Yep. It's an amazing story.
How many years do you think they've been together? We should have this memory.
20 years?
It's got to be 20.
Yep. 20 years.
Started at Unionville and still going these days out of the Bayview Golf Country Club.
It's virtually unheard of.
You see the high fives, ladies and gentlemen. Ontario's getting revved up for their battle against Nunavut here to open Draw 1 of the 2016 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. And if you're wondering why this event is called the 2016 event when we are still in 2015, well, I used to know the answer. The truth is the calendar is so jammed, folks, they have to settle the national championship a few months in advance of the actual calendar year. And now, the World Championships that this event leads to, we've now got one under our belts. That's held early in the season as well, in September.
In September, yep.
And so the winner of this competition will be heading to Kazan, Russia in September 2016.
Game's getting underway. And the first rock underway for Nunavut.
I see the green. Okay? Pardon? I see the green line up.
Yeah, lead Danielle North.
That's saying that it's still in play because they go before the hog line.
Okay. Oh, that's impressive. Wait.
Yeah, that's Robin Mackey with the first stone. It's going to slide into the rings. I suspect we're going to have some bang in this first end.
No, but the guy was curling with this. So where's the other rocks?
I mean, they're downstairs.
I bet you they're heavy.
There. See that go? Take that one there.
Aaron Sagal first stone, hit and roll away. And Lynn Mackey up for her second stone.
More ice.
Occasional catch shots of the other sheets in play on sheet B. We've got a battle of the greens, Saskatchewan versus Prince Edward Island. Sheet C looks like we've got British Columbia against Newfoundland and Labrador. You have to say that, Ray. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Gotta say both.
Same way.
Quebec versus Manitoba, a classic battle on sheet D. And on E tonight, we've got Alberta, the Mick Lismore rink against Colin Koivula. Again from Port Arthur up in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, why is it
You done mixed curling yourself, Ray? Do you play it regularly in a league?
I do curl Thursday night mixed at Chinguacousy. Play mixed playdowns at the OCA level, so mixed is definitely a big part of my season.
He turned his finger. Oh, that means
I've never actually played league mixed. I've been called in to spare at the provincial level a couple times. And one year I did actually get connived by my old skip Mike Harris to actually enter team at the start of playdowns. And we did make it all the way to the provincial and lost the final. That was a long time ago, Ray, you young buck, you.
It's fun. It's fun. Should get back into it.
Mixed is a lot of fun. There's still a lot of people in curling who are somewhat surprised that mixed doubles, the brand new discipline, relatively speaking, has made it to Olympic status starting in 2018, whereas we only now have a world championship for regular four-person mixed just this past year. But now that there is a Worlds, it's got to be said, there's a chance that in the next decade, after a bunch of years of world championships and more countries obviously playing mixed, that could become the third discipline.
I think it would be a very welcome addition to the Olympic program, so fingers crossed.
Whoa, right off.
Here's Andrew Denny-Petch.
Nice shot.
A little bit of body English, and he has sunk that one.
He'll draw down to it.
Not bad for the rookie columnist of the Curling News. He just got hired a month ago, folks.
Congrats, Andrew.
Yeah, Hugh, he just got hired. He writes about a new system of statistical analytics he's created for the sport of curling based on baseball.
Really? Well,
Yes.
you know me, George. I like my statistics. I'll have to look into this.
That's right. Hugh Murphy, the stat man, is going to check that out.
Well, maybe not.
Here comes another nice shot. Bit short, but still a good shot.
Well, I'm glad I jinxed the takeout end we were going to have here because we're starting to mix it up using the corner guard, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, ice is really swingy here at Weston. Will make for a good week of curling.
Yeah, kudos to Don Powell, the head ice technician here at Weston, who of course became the first ice technician to win the Toronto Curling Association's Outstanding Contribution Award.
Yes. Congrats to Don for that.
Back at the AGM. First time ever, and that's really the TCA's highest award that dates back to the 1970s. That's something else, and yes, it could be said long overdue that an ice tech took that award home.
Great honor. Bit of a miss there from Andrew. Comes up a bit short and over curling. It's a good opportunity here for Nunavut to swing one around again.
Still shot, but Nunavut third Denise Hutchings will hope to have something to say about that.
We'll glide better.
Yeah. McDonald.
Now, folks, there's a rumor going round. There is a rumor going round that after the fourth end,
Hurry, guys,
yours truly will be replaced
Hurry!
in classic curling substitution form by one John Epping, the one and only.
That's the rumor I'm hearing too.
2006 Canadian mixed curling champion, Skip. I am quite sure he'll have a lot more to say about the actual curling on the
I
ice than
think he will.
myself. It depends on his vantage point, of course. Is he paying attention or is he at the bar? John Epping, of course, Richard Hart, and others will be in action at the next Grand Slam of Curling event starting Tuesday in Oshawa. We talked about the far-reaching geography of the Toronto Curling Association. Two clubs out there, Oshawa and Whitby, are in fact helping to put on that event in terms of local organizing committee with the organizers at Sportsnet.
If you haven't got your tickets for that event, make sure you go and get your tickets now. Should be a great event.
Well, we certainly recommend that people attend both events and
Absolutely.
Travel that famous 401 between the Canadian Mixed at Weston and the Grand Slam out in Oshkosh.
Lots of great events in the Toronto area.
What's he saying?
Could they knock that out?
Materialize 2, Denise Hutchings should definitely want to do something about that right now. This is their second crack at the intern come around.
Yes, guys, all the way. Hard, Peter. Go hard, Peter. Hurry.
Line.
Hurry. Come on.
That's going to come up short.
It's going to come up short and not a good result. So another opportunity for Britt O'Neill to come around again. Sit 3, covered.
I'm surprised they don't put their hands out. They professionals don't. They know what time, but especially if they do, when they're communicating with the person throwing the rock.
Yeah, they know.
But they know which way to throw the rock.
They know where.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa! Wait for it! Wait! Wait! Whoa! Wait!
See Britt O'Neill begging for patience from her sweepers. They had to wait quite a while.
Oh, yeah, you gotcha.
Lots of late finish here, Ray.
Girl knows it.
I don't care who wins.
Well, might spill. You're not.
As long as everyone has fun curling.
It is out in the open, so a good opportunity here for Nunavut to at least make a double on those 3 redstones that are sitting shot.
Here I come.
You see what that is? They
Gonna jam it. But it perfectly. We hit nose and stick there, right? So.
Same letters.
Yes, sir. Ed McDonald, bit of pressure. First stone of the Canadian Mixed Championship.
I'm right here.
Welcome to the hurt. But he's seen quite a few stones down in this path here. If you can get a good slide, get a good release, you could have something to say about this end.
Not next Sunday.
No.
Let it move.
A bit wide.
Gotta move. Not at all. Too much broom. Too much broom. Too much broom.
And
Too much broom.
gonna
didn't throw
squeeze
any.
by everything.
Too much. Yeah. Too much broom.
Nunavut fans aren't happy. I can hear them.
I can hear them too. It's great to hear.
Especially from such vast distances, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Most of the time it's family and close friends who make the journey, but sometimes it's just fans or there's expats in the local area where a competition is being held who will come out and cheer on their home territory.
It's nice to have a little cheering section. Makes you feel a little bit more comfortable in the competition.
Pretty decent crowd for draw 1. Pretty busy behind the glass, and there is on ice sheeting. Sheet 6 here at the Weston is carpeted over, and I'd say half the seats are full.
Of their heads.
It's not warm out there either.
It is not.
Line's good. Line's real good. Right to it.
Mike McLean.
Okay. Whoa.
Big chance here. This is Mike McLean's first stone of the Canadian Mixed Championship. He's the skip of this Ottawa team.
Still sitting 3.
Pretty good shot.
You're going to get to the inside of that.
Small chance here
And you're gonna
to get to the inside
get
of
to
the
the
top
inside of it the way
stone.
it's through.
Could potentially make 2 or 3 go away.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. How hard is he going to throw it, and how many, even if he hits it right, is he going to move out of there? What's your bet, buddy?
What's my bet?
What's your bet? If he were to hit this right where you want to hit it, with easy speed, double or triple?
I think there's a
So
triple
throwing
there.
that same weight. And,
I'm writing this down.
yeah.
We're going to tally it
You mean
all
less
up at
than
the
she's
end
got
of the
there? Or?
field. Final stone for Ed McDonald of Nunavut.
Yep, all the way, Peter, yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
Oh!
No. Stop. Stop. On its own.
That one was great.
Well, take it at the back.
Pretty good shot. Gets rid of 2.
Become a little.
So it's a draw for 3 for Mike McLean in the first end.
Yeah, he got a jam there. Didn't quite get the triple he was looking for.
Made it a tough draw for.
Yeah, well,
And now it all comes down to the practice rocks
Okay.
through. Possibly yesterday, but certainly before this draw.
For
right,
the
Ray?
straw, yes. They do get a 7-minute practice before each game, so getting a chance to know the ice.
Now, he just threw a draw, which is just gold. That's just what
absolutely.
every skip wants.
Absolutely, should have a good feel for it. 2 good sweepers.
They're professional but not professional. They said
Just wait. Yep, line. Hard.
Going hard on this one.
That's really starting to bend. Looks good, though.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Just by the top yellow.
Look at that.
3, yeah.
Whoa!
Host Province, Ontario, strikes for a 3 to open the 2016 Canadian Mixed here at Weston.
Well, it could have been
And the Toronto Maple Leafs fans cheer. They cheer loud and lustily for these Ottawa Senators fans, folks. They're representing the province. They have no choice.
No choice at all today. Good to see. And of course, these games are played over 8 ends, so good advantage for 3 in the first end.
Okay, not bad for time. Could end up being a lot worse there.
Yeah, good end for Team
He made a
McLean.
nice
Decided
shot
to
on
mix
the
it up.
other one.
Yep. Paid off for them. Got a few misses, so their throws were fairly simple.
Pretty
all
much.
things considered.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob.
Real tight. I don't mind if it slides in.
Just leave one at
Keep
each
it tight.
end. Okay. Oh.
Okay, I know what you mean. Right now it's 3 for...
Other scores, folks, on Sheet B, Saskatchewan has struck for a deuce.
A little tight on that,
PBI.
eh? A little tight.
Sheet C, we got a blank. BC Newfoundland.
A little slower out there.
Quebec versus Manitoba. Quebec took a single the first time.
Yeah, if you're more on
We got another blank on the far sheet.
but that's just
Close to the gallery as well.
Looks a little heavy.
In Northern Ontario. 0-0 after one.
Ooh, it's curling. Wow.
And
Did it
Nunavut
pick?
needs guards.
Picked?
They do.
Of course.
I don't know if it picked.
No.
Did it pick?
I don't know. It looked heavy coming out of the house, but
Wide corner guard for Nunavut.
yeah, it took off in a big swing.
Huh?
Once they go, they're
What?
once they start moving, they just keep
Yeah,
going, eh?
that's.
I don't know, but it went sideways, and I thought maybe it picked. Cut. Like, look.
Stop it!
And also too, sometimes it skips. Sleeping
Yep. Wait away! Wait away! Top 8! Just top 8!
Now turn from Karen Sagal, the lead for Ontario. I tell you, it's early yet.
Okay.
1 and an eighth of an end, but
See any of that, Robin?
Ontario's really seem
or
to
just
hang
want
on
to?
the ice and their stones.
They
too,
do. Must be a home ice
You wanna hit
advantage
that?
almost.
Or just here, just draw here,
They've
Robin.
been hanging out here for a week.
A quarter?
I would think so.
Yeah, okay.
No,
No, we know that's not true, folks.
that's not true.
We saw their Twitter feed yesterday when they flew in from WestJet around.
They did.
It was 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Curling.
All right, so Nunavut trying to use that wide corner guard that they threw up.
Yeah, that's taken off.
2-pool system here at the Canadian Mix, correct, Rick?
Correct. 7 teams in each pool.
Get a bite. Get a bite.
And what comes next?
Yeah.
Crossover for
Oh wow.
playoffs, or
I thought.
I
you know how that works?
Yeah.
Well, looking at each other, we're not sure.
We're looking at each other. We're not really sure.
But I tell you, it's been tough to follow the rules in Canadian curling, as handed down by the governing body, Curling Canada. There was, of course, the famous relegation kerfuffle last year, which was announced in 2012. It was voted on by all the provincial members, save for one.
If you can,
who
just
said
wait.
It was outvoted
Top
back
12
in
good.
2012. But of course, this being curling,
Yep.
it took
Yep.
3 full years
Whoa,
of
whoa.
dead silence before it actually appeared on the scene for people to freak out.
Yeah.
And of course, the mix has gone through a few different iterations over the years, as has juniors, which is a 2-pool system, and the seniors as
Just
well.
peel.
The seniors are actually the first to, I believe, experiment with the play.
You like this way, Peter?
Those seniors.
With the seniors.
Those seniors trendsetters.
Yes.
Calling for a
Yes.
swing shot here.
Yes.
This looks a bit ugly early on for Nunavut. They're holding this right now.
Roll it your way a little, Denise. Roll.
Yeah. Go in.
Pretty
That
good
is a
result.
fine shot from Nunavut. Second, Peter McKee.
Red still setting
Really nice.
shot.
Sorely needed.
Nice.
and Ontario up by 3. They don't need guards, so calling the peel off the center.
There's Andrew Denny Petch.
Clean. Shot.
No mistake.
That's out. So who's the closest then?
The red is sitting close.
You gotta go over there. You gotta take that out.
Don't forget, folks, curlingzone.com is the place for Canadian Mixed Championship live streams.
Get rid of it.
Every single draw,
Oh.
either Sheet A or Sheet B, will be covered through the round robin.
Come on, move it.
3 games a day, with the exception of 2 tomorrow on Monday, leading to the playoffs,
No, not
through
yet.
the semis, and then, of course, the final on Rogers Television in various markets in Ontario, all across New Brunswick, and, of course, everywhere online through the Rogers Television Sports YouTube page. And, of course, I should be giving out these URLs, these pages, but in terms of Rogers Sports YouTube page, that's a new thing for me. I didn't know they were doing that, and of course, we have a few days before that comes into effect. For all your curling needs, it's curlingzone.com for the next few days.
Britt O'Neill.
Clean. Clean.
And the fifth one didn't come in.
Oh no, I'll give one.
Shot.
I'll be back Friday.
Nice shot.
Saturday.
So I have looked up the how does the draw work, and so at the end of the round robin, the top 4 teams from each pool will go into a championship round. The bottom 3 teams in each pool go into a seeding round for placement for next year. Then it progresses to a semifinals and then the finals with a gold medal and bronze medal.
Not yet. No.
No, I'm outside. Side.
It's got to move some.
Yes.
We haven't seen it in a long time, at least not the world.
I think she put
The world's been using the favorites of Curling Canada over the past few years for their majors. The, what's that thing called again? The Page Playoff.
Page playoff system.
And you just wonder, with all the changes that continue to come down the pipe, is the Page Playoff here to stay? When, once again, the format changes for the Brier and the Scotties after 2018. What I hear, Ray, is that those decisions will be made by the upcoming AGM. So we're talking June of next year. We're gonna have
So stay tuned. Should be some interesting developments.
Top 8.
One that should going right now.
all of this must be somewhat confounding to our American viewers.
Just wait
But
for
then
it.
again, the American system has confused me for a long time too.
It's confused a lot of people.
They keep fine-tuning it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously,
Finish it.
they want to get more out of their national teams at the Olympic Games. The last couple of games have
Get rid of that.
not really been.
Yep. Looking for the right formula to get the right performance at the Olympics. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
So Ontario sitting 2 after a Nunavut miss on a takeout. And so looking for either the double or a hit and roll over in front of the back red.
Clean. Yep. This is what? From top it in or out?
Nose hit.
Because I need more.
That's your knee?
Around the nose, yeah. The only way we're going to do is if we double it, and then at the end, I have a chance to split that one, which is not sure if it's possible. What's that?
What do you think that is, Jamie?
Right? Like you stressing her out?
I had a picture yesterday.
Yeah. Keep your weight. They're not moving, right?
Mike McCain gets nice and low with his flat foot takeout delivery. Ready to
Just this sheet, maybe,
pretty good
or what?
mechanics. That's around the beak.
Yeah, do the same thing.
That is.
I think you going after this, or do you want this? Come down to here. But then you see they're coming on top, and then you come on top.
So down by 3, Nunavut trying to figure out a way
Denise
to
Hutchings won that argument.
manufacture more than
Looked like her skipper wanted to hit the top one, but she's convinced him to throw the freeze.
Yep.
My parents are ready.
she also curls for the women's as well with Team Hannah.
So we got the date. So working on the road to the tanker. Got the date set for those.
Road to the tanker. What's up?
Yep.
Road to
Whoa! Whoa!
Tankers. Play downs.
Yep. Yep. All the way, Peter. Come on, Peter. Whoa.
It's curling hard and it's got a lot of weight.
It's over curled.
And then you go Newfoundland.
Trapped in between
More
shots.
ice.
Trapped in between. And that was not a good
And
result.
more ice.
VPN this year. Last year.
So good opportunity now for Mike McLean to put the pressure on. Sit 3 and force Nunavut into a tough draw.
No, the Boston.
Top 4.
In there.
Ed McDonald knew that Skip was going to stay at the far end. Just
Booking 3 weeks off.
gather his thoughts, collect himself, because he knows he's going to have to throw a draw.
Yes.
It could be for 1, it could be to count him down from 1. Probably it's going to be for 1. I would suspect that Mike's going to be able to pull at least a half around this card.
I would suspect you.
Leave most of the 4 exposed.
Yep. Make the draw a little tougher for
Just wait.
Nunavut skip.
Whoa, whoa. Oh, wait for it.
This one hanging out a bit.
We've seen some late curl here, but I'd be really surprised if he's going to
Yep.
Leaving this one higher doesn't hurt.
Finish it. Oh, yeah.
Good shot. Good shot.
And that's a...
He can hit it if he wants. And Denise Hutchings has indicated.
Got to pound that at the end.
Mike McLean is looking for a little bit more curl on that and a little bit deeper, just
Nose hit!
half and behind the top red.
No! No! Never! No! No! Outside.
Ooh, this one hanging out a bit. Gonna get anything? Just the one.
No.
5-0 red.
2.
Well, that's big.
Yeah, 2 red.
That is big.
Big steal too.
Ontario jumps out to a 5-0 lead on Nunavut.
I thought he would throw a little bit softer weight.
See in the corner of your screen to your right, folks, a small
threw
cluster
more, 'cause that
of
was
stones
through the
on
head.
sheet 2. On the left side of that near house.
2 weeks ago.
We actually got the last stone of the end coming in. And PEI is pounding it hard.
Oh.
He bounced into the cluster, across the top, and then left
It's tricky.
a
Once
steal
you
in
get
place
it.
for Saskatchewan. That's a steal of 1. They're now up 3-0 on PEI after 2 ends of play.
Go for it.
Bruce Cordy and his team looking good early from the Nutana Club in Saskatoon.
Good job.
Put up the corner guard.
And over on our featured game, Ontario plays it
Yeah.
into the rings. They've got a healthy lead, of course. Fully content to let Nunavut throw a guard. How many fans you got
Yeah,
texting
Peter?
or tweeting you?
I've got a lot of fans.
What are they saying?
I've got a text from my mix partner. She said she needs to get a shout out on the air. So a shout out to Fiona Diamond, my mix partner at team.
There you go, Fiona. You asked for it, and you got it. Any taunts coming from what would typically be males who you would call your friends, I would suspect. Anyone taunting?
I just thought you were going to.
No one taunting yet, surprisingly.
I thought you were going to throw a little light.
But I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
You got it going on, sir. I have to say, this is the smoothest operation I've seen in some time.
Well, it requires a smooth leader.
You know what it also requires? One hell of a technician. Kudos to Mr. Hugh Murphy, the past president of the Toronto Curling Association, who has figured out where to plug everything in and keep things rolling here.
Nice.
Hugh doing a great job.
Need it clean. Yep. Hard line.
And for the many curling volunteers we've got out there watching and listening, and we praise you constantly, folks, whether it's at the club level, a regional level, a provincial level, national level. You're the ones who make our sport click. look at what we've just been talking about. You've got 3 executives, 4 if you count President Richard Hart.
Yep.
Who are getting their hands on here at the National Championship volunteering. Yep. See, it's not just the grunts, it's the board members, ladies and gentlemen.
Board members, volunteers, everyone's got to get involved.
It can be done.
It will.
Robin Mackey.
We don't have to touch it.
Throwing the intern. It's a hit. Is she going to stick around? It's going to be close.
Okay.
Tess slides out of play.
And down by 5, you need to hold the shooter.
Nicely.
Yeah, double tricky for Nunavut now. They ran into a fairly hot Ontario team that seemed to have a really good practice, draw weight. Were able to carve guards early in the very first end. And they've just been struggling. Now they're behind.
Yep. Ontario's been sharp so far, so still early in this competition, so lots of time to get their feet wet, so to speak.
You're not going to win them all. In some cases, you just want to find your sea legs at some point.
Yeah. This is a tough competition. Lots of great players. Nice guard there by Andrew Denny.
I think so too.
I've got to confirm, folks, that we will be on sheet A, or sheet 1, for the duration of the round robin and until the playoffs.
That's trying to crack you.
That means tomorrow's 2:30 game will be Prince Edward Island versus Nova Scotia.
Nope.
That'll be our featured match.
Not yet. Nope.
Again at 2:30 Eastern Time tomorrow.
Nope.
On neighboring sheets, we will have quite a battle of the West: Alberta versus British Columbia.
Roll it.
Battle of the North: Yukon Territory versus Northwest Territories. And Ontario takes on New Brunswick.
More and a little bit softer weight.
Sorry, safe.
What?
What's the call here, Ray? A guard?
Guard, center guard from Andrew Denny. Ontario continuing to apply the pressure.
Listen in on the sweeping calls. See if we can track what we're asking for.
Whoa!
That one not curling, so a chance to take aim at the shot stone for Nunavut. A chance to hit and roll in behind their corner guard.
Well, I don't want that, but he can sweep.
Shout out to Memphis Greg Robertson, the man who does so much for the Memphis Curling Club down in Tennessee. Another one of those classic warm weather southern U.S. states that have just gone gaga over curling, and Greg is a pivotal part of that. He's writing a column now for the Curling News, ladies and gentlemen. You can check it out online at your curling club or for your home subscription.
Everyone subscribes.
You do, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to check that. But you can also check it out online. Just go to the homepage of the Curling News, thecurlingnews.com. Look for the promo box right there saying November digital issue now available. You can read about Greg's experience with the dreaded Frankenbrush.
Oh.
Of course, the brush grate controversy. He was
That
in Toronto
curl
in September,
crazy.
and he got to throw a practice game with one of the top World Curling Tour teams, and they tried to figure out the new brush fab. He was there to witness it. He saw what we've all heard.
Yes.
It's actually going on. Rocks falling, rocks being actually slowed down, which is the opposite of why we've been sweeping in this sport for hundreds and hundreds of years. I don't know how it's going to end up, folks. This whole brushgate or broomgate or broomhaha or broomapalooza, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Guard attempt coming a little deep, but
Oh,
still
yes.
protects the shot stone.
You only give me a tad
So
more
Nunavut
ice.
looking to play a double on these 2 shot stones for Ontario.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Carol Hutchings is tight on delivery on this one. She's not going to be happy.
Oh.
When it rains, it pours.
It really does. That's curling for you.
Maybe I threw it in.
Been there, done that.
He thinks I threw it in.
And I've reached for a rum, just like I've just done now, on behalf of Carol Hutchings.
They do need one right now.
Was the weight okay or? Okay.
Looking ahead to Nunavut's schedule, they're going to have there's no games in the morning, as we've told you folks tomorrow. There's no afternoon game for Nunavut tomorrow as well. They got a bye. Of course, they have the. Wait, that's not there, right? No. They've got the battle against Northwest Territory, so it's a polar power. Sheet 4 at 7 p.m. tomorrow. They'll have lots of time to.
Lots of time to do a little sightseeing in Toronto, maybe.
I can see it.
That's going to be the conundrum facing them, isn't it, Ray? They're going to have to decide, do we file this so far into the circular bin that we go and sightsee or get away from curling completely, or do we try and throw some practice rocks and work on what went wrong?
Practice rocks might be a good thing, but different for every team.
Absolutely, depends on the dynamics and team vote, I would hope.
Absolutely.
What they want to do. And this game's not over, let's be frank.
Nope.
Sure, these are shortened games. The scoreboard doesn't look good now, but of course, Nunavut looking to just do the basics right now.
Just curl a little bit more.
Throwing the stone, getting the right weight calls.
And get comfortable with the ice more than anything else.
Okay.
But again, against
and the stones too, possibly. You look out here and you see. They know if these are Weston stones with the Curling Canada handles on them. Of course, the sensor handles are in play here at Weston. But they may be baffled by rocks as well as ice at this point.
If I were bet, I'm saying that one.
Looking ahead to Ontario, of course, you mentioned that 2:30 p.m. battle tomorrow against New Brunswick on sheet 4. Then they get the evening off and they're back in action on Tuesday morning against Manitoba. That might be a game that you and I are looking.
I believe so. That is our next date.
Well, just wait.
Now, there's a classic battle, Manitoba, Ontario. Doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, mixed, seniors,
Top 4.
juniors,
Top 4.
Legion.
Fight the 4. Yep. All right.
Industrial leagues.
All right.
Manitoba, Ontario, always a huge.
Whoa, over curling. Whoa.
Great draw by Mike McLean.
He's got
But
it going on.
there's room for Nunavut to come around. Get shot stone.
More ice, I think, eh?
They poked out the other end on that one.
Yes.
Get a piece of that.
Okay.
Lots of curl in this ice.
Yep.
Another shout out to Beth Woolnow, better known as Elizabeth Woolnow. She's a longtime member here at Weston, and she is the chair of the local organizing committee here at the 2016 Canadian Mixed. She's a former president of the Toronto Curling Association.
She is.
And again, there's that TCA thing. And
No.
I believe she's the one who rousted us into doing a lot of work here
No,
at this
Peter.
event.
Got a curl, Peter.
Put all the blame on Beth.
Yes.
It's the sign of a
Yes.
good leader.
Absolutely. She did a great job of delegating this year.
Yeah. Split. Get this off. Get this off.
Lots of curl,
Yeah,
and they crash
that
on the
What?
Ontario's guard, and so
Yeah.
now Mike McLean will look to place it top 12 on the center line to
Wow.
make the draw almost impossible for Nunavut.
That's all. Should have been. You know what? Should have stayed on that.
Yeah. I would have bought that, or you mean, or?
Would have been down in here. They've been on it.
Oh, yeah. No,
Right.
that's what I mean. It was. I think the weight was right because we had to.
Stay on it.
Yeah. Once you start going.
Oh, she moves, hey?
Yeah. A little late that you're learning, but we're.
I know. Yeah. Put this under your belt.
There's Mike McLean lobbing another one in there. Straight guard or a biter? What do you think, Ray?
I would think a biter. Puts the pressure on, sitting 3.
Yeah.
Sweeping hard to get a little finish.
Huge
Yeah.
finish here at Weston.
Nope.
Henry, no.
Hey.
It's the sweeper's ice.
It totally is. Throw it to your sweepers. So a huge draw here for Nunavut, taking Broome outside the 12-foot. He has two options here. He could try the straight draw, but he could also try to promote his corner guard there.
Raise this?
That's what they're contemplating now.
I like this.
Not sure what they decided on, if they're going to play the straight draw or not.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yep. Hurry. Come on. Whoa. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. It's on. See? Oof. Can you get a shoot?
Not quite.
Two.
So another steal of 2 for Ontario.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a tough day at the office for Nunavut. Mike McLean and his troops from the Ottawa Curling Club. Just turning the screws, constant pressure from them. Making basic shots, and they're making difficult ones too, particularly for first draw one of the national championship.
Absolutely.
Playing like the Sens do when they come to the Air Canada Centre and take on the Leafs, don't they?
No comment.
Ray Hussein, ladies and gentlemen, faithful to the end. Folks, I'm George Carey. I want to thank you for listening to myself and Ray these first 3 ends. Ray is going to stick around, of course, but I'm going to vacate for Mr. John Epping, 2006 Canadian mixed champion skip out of Ontario. He skips Team Epping on the World Curling Tour. Finalist in Ontario last year. Just one shot away from going to the Brier, really. What a game that was.
It was a great game.
Thank you, Ray. I've enjoyed it.
It's a pleasure. We'll see you for Ontario versus Manitoba.
On Tuesday, that's right. Thank you, Hugh Murphy, technician extraordinaire. And thanks to all the watchers and listeners on curlingzone.com.
Johnny boy, we need you. Get yourself in here. Put yourself a set of headphones on while I manage the cameras here.
So Robin McKee with her first of the 4th end. Trying to come around, but it looks as though it's over curling.
Yeah. Sure, I can turn you up. Can you hear yourself? You gotta speak in this thing.
Well,
you shouldn't be able to hear much at all.
Welcoming John Epping to the broadcast. Good evening, John.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
Bit of a tough start for Nunavut so far.
It's been a bit of a struggle, but Ontario has been curling pretty well so far. Nice shot by Karen Sagal. So John, what are your impressions so far of this event? It's only been draw 1, but it's a full house.
Yeah, I've been part of the opening ceremonies with Richie throwing the first rock, and I was able to sweep it. He threw a good one. But no, the place looks great. Donnie Powell's done a great job on his team on the ice. Looks like there's lots of curl, pretty quick. So I'm sure the curlers are going to be pretty happy about that all week.
All right.
Absolutely.
Lots of great chances to make a lot of shots on this ice when there's lots of swing.
Championship caliber ice for the Canadian Championship here, so should be a great week.
Great field too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stay with it. Stay with it.
And Robin McKee makes a nice hit. And checks over for a biter on the edge of the 12-foot. So how does it feel to be back as a former Canadian mixed champion?
Good, great memories. We were lucky enough to play our championship in Whitehorse in 2006, and another great field there. It seems to have a lot of good champions come out of the event, and helps to kind of boost careers too.
It's obviously boosted your career. You've had a great career so far. So
yeah, I've been very lucky, and lucky to play when I was 15 years old with Mike McLean. Him and I played together. We both grew up in Peterborough, and actually won the 1999 Bantam Boys Championship together. He was my third, so it's pretty neat. So great to see him here. He's a very talented player.
What are they looking for?
Can't hear it. Oh, you may have picked it up. Can neither of you hear? Can you hear nothing? You probably still.
Yes.
Fine. Ray, can you hear either?
Stop.
Can you hear either of them? Just you can talk into this.
apologies, we're having a little technical difficulty here.
You guys don't worry about this. I'll look after it.
I don't know what's this thing here.
You should be fine. Just keep. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, what I was saying before is I may as well just sit to there, get some rocks and play. This is not.
So Andrew Denny playing the hit on the Nunavut biter. Makes no mistake.
Real good, yeah. Like this, or even back here.
Got to think Team Ontario is one of the favorites this week, and pretty strong field.
Anyway, so
it's a very strong field. There's
across the board. You've got Bruce Corte, been to a few Briars, won a Grand Slam. Eddie McKenzie from PEI. Dean Jonis,
yep.
Great player to BC.
Alberta, strong entry as well. So lots of great competition this week.
That's taking it.
Hard to predict a winner in this field.
Yeah, it looks like there's about when I looked over the field, I think there's about 9 to 10 teams that could have a really good chance this week of winning.
Absolutely. And Nunavut draws T-line, edge of the 8-12 foot. So John, you see Nunavut struggling here in this first game. So if you could offer them tips as a coach, what would you do?
It looks like they've struggled a bit with probably rotation. It could be a lack of seeing ice that maybe curls this much. Not sure on that, but they've definitely lost. Looks like a couple of rocks due to rotation, which Ontario we're very fortunate to play on a lot of ice that curls a lot, and the Ontario team would be used to that. Would actually benefit them all week being here on ice that curls. So hopefully, if they can up the rotation a bit. And especially over the next few ends, if they can get a feel for draw weight leading into the next end, would be quite big.
Very nice.
If it helps you concentrate to have lots, you can't go here.
So chance to make a corner freeze here. Hopefully generate a deuce.
And if anything at this point, just to get a little confidence, get on the scoreboard. It's not a great feeling to see nothing on the scoreboard for yourself.
No, definitely be nice to score a point here.
She needs to curl, but
weight looks good, but you can see again, rotation not enough probably here.
Yeah, okay,
this is where the tendency is to might lose the rocks late.
We're going by it.
Oh, fantastic weight.
Great.
Just need to curl a little more.
Nope.
So Britt O'Neill now with an in-turn. Try and hit and stick to lie 2. Britt, of course, playing this year with Karen Sagal and Jen Hanna on the Ontario World Curling Tour.
And Jen had a good weekend in Kempville. I think she lost the semi-final.
There's a first mistake that we've seen from Ontario. ran a bit straighter
Nose, Denise.
and just caught a piece of the yellow. So good chance here for Nunavut to hit and stick and lie to.
Yes. 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 Stop. 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 A little more weight. Stop.
Looks pretty good.
Very nice.
Oh, great shot. Mike's got a couple of opportunities here, either to play the hit and roll or the double. Looks like he's going to choose to hit and roll
There, girl.
behind the yellow rock in the top of the 12.
See if we can finish the game reading the ice right and stuff. Carry it over to the next one.
Mike, by contrast, playing with Jake Higgs this year. Jake, of course, a very experienced and very successful curler here in Ontario.
It'd be a really good fit. As I mentioned earlier, Mike's a great shooter. Jake calls a great game, so easy for Mike just to show up and make shots, which he does really, really well.
Listen, you've checked my gripper 3 times.
Very,
They're
very
all the
talented.
same. The brand no.
Close here.
Oh.
That's a good shot. And the nose hit.
Still a great opportunity for Nunavut to score 2.
Same thing then.
Or at least score a point this end, which would
Gotta keep it away.
would definitely be something you'd want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nose hit's probably ideal here.
Would be a tough double if he hits and sticks, so.
Strong and then flash it in.
I'm not even sure if we even update for this. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Looks like this is starting to curl. They're going to have to go hard on this.
Going to go hard to catch a piece of this, and looks as though he's breezed by. That's unfortunate.
An opportunity missed. Going to allow Mike to hit and sit too.
I held on to it, so and I let it.
And again with that, it looks like another question of rotation.
Yeah, a lot of overcurls so far.
I did. I didn't get set there.
And not only on
Tell
this
me to
sheet,
slow
but it looks
down.
like it's been across the board on a lot of sheets. You've seen a lot of rocks
Jumped in and
overcurl.
fired. That's
It's going to take a couple of games for
Nothing
the
can
for the
just
teams
go.
to adjust to the ice and get a good feel.
and that's the problem. I still had to stop and reset.
So Mike McLean's final stone of the 4th end.
Oh, this has been I'm having a horrible. Can't hit a beach ball.
Looking good.
Mike and Team Ontario look really good early on.
They've been pretty sharp so far.
They're going to be really, really tough this week. Definitely one of my picks to be in the finals.
I would agree with that.
You talk from an Ontario perspective.
And I promise I'm not biased.
2 Ontario guys here, so 3 if you include Hugh. So, we're being kind today. So big shot here for Nunavut. They want to hit and stick and get on the scoreboard here. Final stone, 4th end. Got out a bit wide here.
Looks like it's got a curl.
And oh boy.
We might have a field goal here. That's too bad.
So, an end where they
Not going their way so far.
An end where they had opportunities results in a steal of 2 for Ontario. So at the midway point of this game, it is Ontario 9 shots to 0 against Nunavut.
Really key for Nunavut here, I think, to regroup and really try and get draw weight the next couple of ends. This will be helpful for the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
Get some confidence. Any confidence is going to be good. It's early. It's the first game.
So they have a 5-minute 4th end break.
Just looking over, you can see the corner of the screen there, PEI drawing against, it looks like 4 Saskatchewan rocks. Eddie McKenzie. Oh, actually 5 in there. Has to hit a piece of the 4-foot for 1.
It's hanging out.
Looks slightly heavy.
You went down there? Checked out.
And uh-oh.
On there, I just took it off the fruit there.
Looks like a steal of 2. So a steal of 2 for Saskatchewan puts them 5 shots to 0 ahead.
Yeah, what are the scores across the other sheet? Because we don't just get
Boy. On sheet C, it's Newfoundland and Labrador against BC. BC with the 3-2 lead, and with Hammer in the 4th. Sheet D, it's Manitoba leading Quebec 3 shots to 1.
That's us here.
After 3, and on sheet E, it is 1-1 between Alberta and Northern Ontario as they play the 4th and skip rocks to come.
Like I was saying, I don't mind losing. I hate curling so bad. Like this is not at all. Well, we wouldn't.
But you're not the only one, right?
No,
You've
but
all these shots. You can't blame it all on yourself. Why do you have a medium?
Just to
I've
update
traded with
sheet
you
D,
3 times. One of these,
the 4th end, it was Quebec taking 2.
one of these
so
days, you're
they're
going to be happy with whatever one.
3-3 after 4
This
on
one's
sheet
bigger.
D.
Jesus. Wow.
So while we have a chance, John, do you want to kind of go through the field and give us your perspective?
Yeah, let's take a look and put Nova Scotia, Alberta, PEI, and Newfoundland. That's a really tough pool. Saskatchewan, Bruce Cortes, I mentioned earlier. I'm familiar with I actually played him this year. He beat me pretty easily in the Point Optical out in Saskatoon, and he's a really great shot maker, along with British Columbian Dean Jonis and Shannon Alexic. You see them on tour a lot. Dean's a great shooter, and he's looking good so far. As we're watching sheet C, he's drawing into sit 3 right now on the 4-foot, quite a messy end, but I think he's got a really good shot this week. He's had a good year on the men's circuit as well so far. Nova Scotia as well, Northern Ontario. I think Colin was at the Canadian mixed I was at in 2006. I think he was playing second, and he's a strong shooter, and they've got a great shot, along with Alberta, who I think might be maybe one of the strongest teams here this week with Mickey Lismore at skip. He's had a great year on the World Curling Tour. I think that you can count on them being in the playoffs. Really, really strong team there. PEI as well. Mackenzie's been to a bunch of Briars. He'll be sneaky this week, and don't let the 5-0 deficit to Saskatchewan fool you right now. I think it just takes a couple of games for them to pick up on the ice, and they'll be really good. And along with Newfoundland, so pretty strong pool there. As we move on to Pool B, we've got Northwest Territories, Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, Yukon, New Brunswick, and Nunavut. Ontario, again, we're watching them right now. I think they'll be there at the end of the week, along with Quebec. Maxime Lallet, he's a great player. Actually played in the Slam final with us in Quebec City when we won the Grand Slam with Wayne Madai, and he's a great player. Along with Manitoba, they'll be quite tough in that pool. Charlie Sullivan from New Brunswick. I think I can count them on a playoff. They'd be one of my dark horses for the week.
And as we mentioned, the top 4 in each pool make it through to the championship round. So these early games, good to get comfortable with the ice, but it's a long way from over. So
you can hear the round of applause in the background. On sheet C, Newfoundland just made a run back triple.
So just like that, Dean Jonis drawing against one that's covered at the top of the 8-foot.
What a turnaround. Looked like BC could break the game open, and now they're drawing wide draw against one buried in the top of the 8. Our game's back up and going. Team Ontario in total control.
Let it happen.
Imagine Mike wants this top of the button.
Yep. And a good start for Karen Sagal.
Okay. guards.
And so Nunavut down by 9. I would think you'd want some guards in play, but and there's the call.
Looks like the corner has been called.
So Robin Mackey.
No, I don't think so, but
Yeah, Donnie's got lots of curl on the ice this week.
That makes for some entertaining games.
BC made a great draw for their one. They're up 2 after 4. Mike's keeping the pressure going. He's going to throw it short.
oh, she's got a red. The light is red. The light is
And
red.
this one looks as though it's a hogline violation. The red lights have come on the rock, and so the rock comes off.
Something a lot of the curlers probably aren't used to. If you haven't played at a national championship before, you don't get to see these rocks. You know, we're used to kind of self-policing this during the season, and wouldn't be used to that. But
More.
sometimes it's good to good to get one hot rock just so you know what it feels like to go that far.
Absolutely.
And then don't do it again.
Don't do it again. No, absolutely not. Of course, the hogline lights replacing the old way of having the hogline officials technology that came around 2002.
Here again, a nice chance early.
What?
Corner guard up.
And
Hit and roll. Looks good.
Bring it, bring it.
Great shot.
great shot to start.
Okay.
So good start to the end.
You know, they've had their opportunities early.
They have. And of course, this is great experience for them. I'm sure in Nunavut they don't get the opportunity to play these kind of quality teams. So it's a good experience for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Yep.
A nice hit and roll.
Yeah, great hit and roll away from the corner guard.
That's what.
Couple options here. You could still draw around the corner and use that. Opting for the hit. Another chance for the roll.
Go, go, go.
And that's a great shot.
What a perfect hit roll.
Great shot. So lying one in behind cover and behind the corner guard.
Making that hit and roll absolutely perfect. You make that 1 out of 10 times that good.
So Nunavut having a good start to this fifth end. Looks as though they're getting comfortable now with the ice.
Yeah, they're gonna have another opportunity. Mike's gonna peel, and you know, again, they'll have a great opportunity to score a deuce.
Robin. Come on.
Nice peel. Last thing Mike wants to see right now on Team
Where's the
Ontario
house?
to see his rocks in play. They'll be happy to hit their way home.
So a chance to split the rings here. Now this early in the end, would you split the rings or would you throw another corner guard?
You know what? Both are good calls. This early, I'd probably go with the corner guard. Chance if they're in, they'll be able to eventually make a double with five rocks left. Might be a little early. This might be something you do on your third's first or third's last rock.
Absolutely.
Come on. Come on. Nice.
Good draw nonetheless.
Yeah, great draw.
Here.
They're even, and so Mike McLean forced to hit shot stone. Hopefully stick around.
Mike will likely try and roll to the center line, see if he can start to group the rocks to give him a chance or an opportunity to make a double.
Britt O'Neill.
Nice weight.
On sheet E, it was Alberta scoring 3 in the fourth, so they're 4 shots to 1 ahead on Northern Ontario. And we have a bit of a miss.
Britt O'Neill. Opportunity now to sit 3.
Just on the button.
9 shots up. You've got to remain focused on all your shots.
So key.
So Denise Hutchings trying to take advantage of the Britt O'Neill miss.
Nope. Nope. Yep. Come on, guys. Come on.
This one's curling hard and looks a bit light.
Go. Come on, guys.
Gonna have to go hard on this.
Come on. Fight her, Peter. Fight her. Shoot.
Still usable.
Yep. So another chance for Britt O'Neill.
Chances are good she probably won't miss this wide this time.
I would agree.
Oh, you're right. What's that broom?
Right off again. Never.
Looks like it's running a bit straight out wide. There we go. Starting to curl now. Roll out.
I know.
They have a chance to either come around the guard, split the house. Looks like they're opting to split the house.
Looking as though they want to go for the safe deuce.
Do you like coming behind? Okay. Whoa, have a look.
As good as it's coming in.
T-line.
Ah, great weight.
T-line.
It's a nice rebound after the first one, so great shot.
Michael gonna try and hit. Roll close to the center line and see if he can set up a double on his next one. If there's ever an opportunity to score 2 or 3 points this end, would be now.
Yep.
Roll it in a little bit.
Maybe
a little tighter together, but at least a shot.
No.
So Mike McLean first stone at the 5th end.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Okay.
Gets a slight roll to the center on the edge of the 4-foot. So Nunavut will look to hit that.
Yeah, if they can hit and stay right there and roll a little bit to
You don't want to roll too
the
far?
groom side.
Too heavy, so let's just...
Give them a great opportunity for their deuce. Get on the board. Get some confidence. That's a big thing right now.
Absolutely. Confidence is key at this point.
Yeah, make a couple of shots, especially leading into the week.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
It's going to curl a bit. Looks like it's coming in nicely. Yeah, he's made a good shot.
Nice.
Ooh, perfect. Mike will look for the hit and roll in behind the guard. I think Mike won a Bantam mix too the same year we won the Bantam Boys in 1999. So clearly he's had some mixed success.
There's a hair.
How's it going over there, Mackenzie?
So Hugh, our technician, he keeps asking me where he won the Canadian mix. He won it in Whitehorse. Whitehorse. Hugh just asked me how many curlers are in Whitehorse, and I have no idea. Do you know Hugh?
No, we've got about 15,000 in the Toronto area, so I know we've got some real concentration.
Wow. So Hugh's told us that Hugh Murphy is our technician on the side. And
Same
he
way,
said
Dick.
there's 15,000 curlers in the GTA.
Yeah, in the Toronto sort of area.
Wow.
I was going to hog it too, I guess. Oh, wait.
Yeah, curling in Toronto right now is definitely striving. I'm fortunate to work with curlers at the Leaside Side Curling Club, and I think they have close to 1,000 members.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's definitely a busy club.
No.
So final stone here for Nunavut, trying to hit and stick.
Chance for two. Curl a little bit. Definitely got contact.
But it's going to
Just
roll out.
What scores are on the board?
So, after 5 ends, Ontario leads 9-1.
Actually, the year, you can have a tough start at this, and you can't get discouraged at the mixed. We started actually 0-3.
Get rid of the hammer, anyways.
Yeah, we're able to win 10 in a row to win. So even if you lose the first couple, you can't give up. It's amazing what one shot or you make a great draw, a great hit can really turn your week around, and that's what it did for us. So
absolutely.
So don't get discouraged when you look at the scoreboard. You're down 9-1, but you could play a good couple ends here and put a couple of shots together. It can go a long way to having to starting maybe something good this week.
Absolutely.
Looking for the center guard here.
Scared. Steal three, steal three, steal three. Why not? Quit.
Curling hard at the end. So
a lot on the line this week too. Not only a national championship, national pride, but also, as I've been told, a trip to Russia.
Kazan, Russia, next September 2016 for the second World Mixed Curling Championships. The first being played this year in Bern, Switzerland.
What a great opportunity. A lot on the line.
This year's Worlds won by Norway.
You know what? When you don't make a number of shots.
Canada was skipped by Max Kirkpatrick, who was last year's Canadian mixed champion from Saskatchewan. And third, Jolene Campbell. Second, Chris Heikert. And lead, TJ Heikert.
It's a strong team.
Guard.
Center guard.
Throw another guard all out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's exciting times too for mixed, as it's now the mixed doubles is Olympic sport.
Is first one in Pyeongchang, South Korea, 2018.
There's a mixed doubles event at the end of the Grand Slam in Oshawa. It's going to be played at the Oshawa Curling Club.
Very close.
I'm going to take part in it. I've got a pretty easy pool with John Morris and Rachel Holman and the McEwens. So it's piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
And who are you playing with?
I'm playing with Lisa Weigel, the lead from Team Holman. I'm pretty excited actually to be playing mixed doubles. I've known Lisa for a long time, so since we were in Bantams actually, when she played way back, she actually played with me, Merklinger, and her twin sister Brianne. And so I'm happy to partner up with her and see if we can have some success, and definitely a lot of fun. I think it looks like it can be pretty entertaining. I've actually never played it, so
it's a lot of fun. I've been fortunate to play it the last 3 seasons. It's an interesting format, very fun, very fast. So it's always good to see more of the elite curlers taking it on. So
yeah, I can't wait to sweep.
Hope you worked on your fitness.
Not so much. Another guard being called.
Just halfway, ladies. Hi, guard. Where are you on the weight?
Curling pretty hard.
Is it?
We've got a lot of late finish here
I just want
too.
a guard.
So
Weight looks pretty good.
Then we're gonna have to steal something.
Yeah. We should have stayed on that.
Mike's going to peel the closest to center line
Should
guard.
have been on that. Kept it straighter.
Mike's going to want to keep the 4 foot open. Chance to score this end. definitely does not want to see Ralph.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
And looks as though it's no mistake.
Oh, nice peel.
Okay, you can come in behind now. Yeah, you gotta come in.
Go another guard. You want to come in? All right. Light is fine though. Air on the light side.
So just looking at wins so far by provinces at the mixed, Alberta and Saskatchewan tied at 10 wins. So one of them wins this year, they'll be happy to take the top spot. Manitoba has 8 wins at the Canadian mixed.
Line is
Nova Scotia with
let
7.
it curl.
British Columbia
Let it
with
curl.
4, Northern Ontario with 3, Ontario with 3. Those are your
yep.
leaders.
Yep. Bring her. First she'll go. First she'll go.
Territories are all
keep
looking
going.
for their first win
Okay.
national. Mixed.
Shot rock.
Maybe this is the year.
And that was a nice draw there by Nunavut. So Mike McLean will look to double peel those corners, or just off center.
Looking for the double peel here.
Yeah.
Maybe the triple.
It's close.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Really close. Oh, what a
Fantastic
great
shot.
Wow. It's got the Ontario fans here in the crowd pretty happy. None of it's going to be thinking, what do I got to do now?
Certainly takes the wind out of
Just
their
bump
sails.
it.
Bump it.
Little surprised not going back and throwing
Yeah.
a center line guard.
Just enough to
Pretty
knock.
much all or nothing at this point.
Yeah, down by 8. Got to go all in.
A little bit more.
Just checking over on sheet B. PEI has gotten on the scoreboard. So Saskatchewan after 5 ends, 5 shots
Yes,
to 1 ahead
Robin.
of PEI.
Go.
Yes.
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 Go, guys. All the way, Peter.
Yep.
Go,
Yep.
Peter. Go.
Denise Hutchings
You got
looking
it.
to
Yep. Stay
play
with
a
it,
hit
guys.
on these 2 frozen Ontario stones on the wing.
She's a pretty good shot coming in.
It's a pretty good shot. Rolls away though.
Face. I know. Can't see anything crazy.
The Ontario team, also known as the Ninja Turtles, because of their Ninja Turtle outfits at the Mixed Provincials earlier this year. So we've got a sign going around here. Kawabunga, for those that remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I definitely did. Definitely
Yeah.
watched Ninja Turtles when I was a kid.
Yep.
I still do, but don't tell me about it. Bruno O'Neill looking for the hit wide.
Whoa.
Saw it last end have a little trouble with the outturn.
Clean.
On the edge of the sheet.
Yep.
This one looks
Whoa.
real good though.
Good shot. Yep.
Right on target.
Hit 2 of them now. Huh?
As I mentioned before, I really like Ontario's chances this week. A lot of respect for Mikey. He
Just here for
makes
now.
a pile of shots.
Just up
And
to
the more
it.
difficult, the better.
The better.
The better he makes.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Either that or you just bump that back there. Okay.
Britt doesn't usually slide that far.
So again, Nunavut trying a soft hit here. Maybe tap it back.
We were lucky in Peterborough with
Little bumps, all we
growing up
need.
with Mike, and we actually had a really good junior program. We had the likes of Jamie Farnell and Daryl Preble, Dennis Lemon, Brad Kidd, the people that are around the Ontario circuit.
A lot of great talent here in Ontario.
Yeah, we're very spoiled with curling zone and what Jerry Gertz has created in the
We are.
Ontario Curling Tour, and he's really upped the depth in Ontario. I truly, I know I'm maybe biased being from Ontario, but I truly feel it's one of the deepest provinces.
And if we look at the last Olympic cycle, a lot of Ontario teams making it into the pre-trials. So
Your first one,
kudos to
fuck
Jerry
off
for
on
the
us.
For the hard
great
work.
organization and hard work. Absolutely.
He really has. We owe a lot to him for this. a nice hit and stick. Interesting to see what they do if they choose to keep hitting, or there's an opportunity to come around that, put on the tee line or the back of the 4-foot around that.
It's okay, just don't worry about it.
Looks like he's going to opt to
Yeah.
hit it.
Hell.
Hit the wide one, I think. Maybe roll in a bit. Again, maybe he's deciding.
We'll hit
now
the
at this
outside
point
one and roll
that,
in. But
victory might not be in the
Not in the
cards. So
cards,
just
yeah.
you know, keep the shot simple. Make some simple
Absolutely.
shots right now and gain some confidence.
Absolutely.
You're flying.
When I'm flying. When I'm flying the plane.
It's okay, you just gotta land the plane. Don't worry about how you fly it. Yeah.
No. No.
He's got a pretty good shot here.
Got a
For a
curl.
little bit to get the inside roll.
Just on the nose.
This is
Good throw though.
Shoot, I touched that. Okay, what happens there? I touched it. I think I touched that. This one. I touched that one. Huh?
Looks like the official's been called. I
Okay.
think there was a stationary rock back there, and it looked like that rock might have hit before it was removed. So
Okay. Give her. No. Okay.
I don't think it was.
First game,
I just didn't want to get your
looks
foot
like
jammed.
looks like everything's been left, and we're
Just kill it.
We're back
try to
on.
roll it in, right?
Mike's going to keep it simple and hit this. I mean, I think if the score was a little different, he might split the rings.
Absolutely.
But with the big lead, I think he's just going to hit this.
Almost got. Just hit and roll in.
Yep. Clean. Clean.
Clean. Clean.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Anything down there?
Nice hit and stay. Mike's got a great out turn. Definitely favors his out turn.
What turn do you favor?
Neither. I can't tell you that.
I haven't gone up to that level yet to lose to him.
My weight
And our
was
mixed
like-
play downs this year.
You might want to
Not-
place right now.
That would be a good time.
That would be your best time. Looking to play the come around here to the tee line. Surprised he didn't play
only,
this on his
Peter.
first one, but he's playing it now. And again, early
Yeah.
sweepers are on it.
Yep.
And this one
Come
curling
on,
hard
Peter,
early.
look. Have a look.
It's life and
Looks
death.
like his weight.
Yeah.
Looks like his weight is okay.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, yeah.
Sweeper's got to go hard.
It's close. Just rubs the top one. And so it leaves a wide open hit for Mike McLean for 3 in the 6th end.
Unless he slips as he skates the hacker, falls down. I think this is pretty safe for Mikey to make this.
And of course his out turn. So
didn't want to be the first team done, that's for sure.
What's that?
I said I didn't want to be the first game done, but
So, last rock of the 6th end. Mike
Oh,
McLean with it for 3.
yeah, I know.
I'd like to see those Ontario jackets. I've been around a long time, those Ontario jackets.
Time for an update, eh?
I think so.
And the peanut gallery agrees. And gonna hang around.
That kind of a day.
Just
3.
for Ontario.
Okay.
And a
Yeah.
12 shots to 1 lead.
Hugs,
after
everyone?
6. And handshakes.
Handshakes. Great start for Ontario.
Good game.
So, the home team opens with a
Can only get
12-1
better,
win
folks.
over Nunavut.
All up, good game.
First draw of this 2016 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship at the Weston Golf Country Club here in Toronto.
You know, I think you go back to that game for Nunavut, you can look at that as they played one of the strongest teams
Absolutely.
in the event in
I'd
their
like to give
pool.
you a
So,
lip-
you know, great chance for them to play a team that might have been the favorite to win no matter what in this game.
Absolutely.
Chance to pick up on the ice. So, you know, maybe not much loss in this, and they can carry that into the next game.
And a great experience moving forward for them. So,
Sure.
So what do you see in the next
So yeah, tomorrow afternoon we have PEI versus Nova Scotia. That's Eddie McKenzie and Doug McKenzie.
Battle of the Mackenzies.
Doug McKenzie used to beat the bejesus out of me when I played in Nova Scotia. So he's a good player.
So Hugh, our technician, was telling us that he's from Nova Scotia. Used to play Doug, and Doug used to beat him. But
You did me wrong,
that's really not a surprise if you've seen Hugh Murphy curl. So, but yeah, tomorrow
I'm in your mixed doubles pool next week too.
actually Hugh is in my mixed doubles pool next week. He's playing with his wife Janet, who actually I'm actually pretty afraid of. She's pretty good. So. I think Hugh's probably afraid of her as well. So.
You know what? We don't have the capacity to shift the camera to girls, so what we should probably do now is sign off for the night. Actually, give an update about the scores.
Unfortunately, we can't kind of turn our cameras over to the other games. But if we give you an update on Sheet B, it is 5-1 Saskatchewan in the sixth end. Saskatchewan does have hammer. PEI though sitting 2 buried, looking to put a third in play. We'll jump over to Sheet D. Manitoba up 4-3. Quebec has the hammer in the sixth end. As I look in the house, looks like Quebec is drawing for 2 on their last shot to go up 5-4.
Yep.
Max is just in the house. Sheet E, 4-1 Alberta. After 5 ends, sixth end right now.
And sitting 3.
It looks a little messy. So Alberta up 4-1 on Northern Ontario. Sheet C just finished their fifth end. Still waiting for the score to go up.
3-3.
Just give it a couple of seconds here once the official puts up the score. We do know Newfoundland did score in 5. Scored 1, so it is 4-3 BC over Newfoundland. BC does have the hammer in the sixth end. Watch Max's draw here for 2. Easy to the tee line. So Quebec is now up 5-4 after 6 over Manitoba. Well, Ray, thanks for having me for a couple of ends.
It's been a pleasure.
Good luck this week being here commentating. Hope
I
you
will
enjoy
need
it.
all the luck. So just as a reminder for tomorrow, 2 draws, no morning draw. 2:30 p.m. Featured game will be PEI versus Nova Scotia. 7 p.m. Newfoundland Labrador versus Saskatchewan. Your commentators for tomorrow will be Aaron McCauley and Dolores McCallum. They'll take you through tomorrow's games. So again, thanks to John, Hugh, our technician, and George Carries, who was in the booth earlier. It's goodbye from the 2016 Canadian Mixed Curling Championships here at Weston, Toronto. Good night.